Hi guys, this is Tony here from Metal Roos. You're about to sit down and enjoy an interview I just did um, over there, and so do like and subscribe so you can get all this straight into your streaming and into your consciousness as soon as it arrives. So enjoy the interview, and I will. Over to you, Tony. Okay. Hey, thanks for coming on, Wayne.
Mate, thanks for having me.
Oh no, look, it's a pleasure to have you on Metal Ruse. Ye of King Parrot. What an iconic Australian band you guys are. Like,
We like to think that we leave a mark
I think you certainly do.
in your
Um,
underpants.
yeah, exactly. I was looking at because I've just listened to the first couple of few songs that's come off your new album that's coming out in June. Was it sixth or seventh?
Comes out tomorrow. Yeah,
Tomorrow. Well, there you go.
yeah.
A young person's guide to King Parrot. Brilliant name, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh, that is it is such a brilliantly um acerbic
I
drive.
know. I love it. Yeah. It's awesome.
And I've listened to tracks that have come off it that you've given us recently, and I must admit, fuck you and the horse you're riding on. Um I know we shouldn't really swear, but who gives a shit, right? It was
Fuck that.
like that. No, no, no. It was just like it was a pleasant surprise because you're going back to sort of more a harder version of your sound. Am I?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's
I
much more direct.
Yeah, if you start to, I'm thinking about this is sort of if you stand it up like the album, it's a bit of a return to, I guess, Bite Your Head Off, our first album. It's a lot more raw, I suppose.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, Fuck You and the Horse You Rode In On. I think we had it yeah, on our minds about like having a song that sort of had a real definite hook,
Mm.
and
Yeah, it's very hooky.
this song it definitely is that. I mean, like we started playing it, testing it out live last year. I think actually even maybe not Fest or something. I can't remember what. It was a big show, but yeah, straight away people were like latching onto it and singing it back to us, and like they'd never heard it before. So yeah, it was great.
Because I absolutely, I mean, I've seen you many, many, many times. I mean, the first time I saw you was probably back in, gosh knows when, Soundwave 2012 or something like that. One of those
Yeah.
way back in the midst of time.
Yep.
And you've been sort of like on the iconic Australian circuit now for such a long time. Like
Yeah.
people know your name. You could mention anyone in the metal industry, in Australia, King Parrot. I know exactly who, who.
It's just like yeah, that bad smell. Yeah, I know
That's it.
those.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. The guys that leave the stage full of beer, covered in beer and sweat. Yeah, that's the ones.
Yeah, that's us.
That's you. I mean, you've got a really big. I was looking at your tour dates. I mean, you've got a lot of Australian dates coming, starting in like Hobart and sort of launching the album. But your American dates,
And
crazy.
yeah, I don't know whether you've even seen all of them. I think we're now at about 50 at the moment. Uh, yeah, so yeah,
Whoa.
which I mean, like I guess the way we operate, we're very DIY. So the days off cost us money. So the more we're playing, the
Yeah,
better.
I was just because I was thinking to myself, have you played the States before?
Yeah. We've been through the States probably 15 or 16 times. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, because I made a note thinking, what do I shouldn't say Yanks. What do the Americans? What do they think of you? Because you know you're so deliciously Australian and so direct and so
Yeah.
Larrikin.
Yeah.
The Americans are a bit straight-laced, even in some of their metal scene. I'm just curious to see how you go down there.
Totally. I think we've come a long way to winning them over for sure. Like and even as an example, like we obviously just went through Europe. Like language is no real barrier. Like Bogan is a universal language. I think like. So we do everything with a smile, I suppose. Like talk shit. We managed to like I think that half the time people don't know what the fuck we're saying because we speak fast in our Australian accents. the sentiment gets across, and we managed to have a good time. So it's always been positive. With like well, I actually really love it when you get the negative, but yeah, the bulk of feedback is always positive. And as I said, we've been through America a shitload of times, and we see familiar faces now. The people who make the effort to come out. It's
Oh,
all
that's great, man.
yeah, yeah.
Spreading the bogan Australian music around
That's
those
right.
American shores,
People
you
ask
know.
me what Bonox is from like first film clip years ago, shit on the liver, and I'm like, it's hard to explain, but it's Australia's favourite meat drink, basically.
Yeah, forget Bovril or Bonox. No, shit on the liver.
Yeah,
That's exactly what you want.
exactly.
I really like the way that you've gone back to I loved all your stuff, but by the way, it's not like I went, oh God, it's different. I really
Yeah,
like the way this has gone back a little bit harsher and a little bit
me
um
too. Yeah,
back to your sort of roots. Uh,
yeah, yeah. I
but
mean, like every every album that we've done, sort of, we've approached a little bit differently. And this one, I guess, again, like talking about, fuck you on the horse you rode in on, like with
mm,
some hooks in there, but also, I mean, Squiz, our guitarist, has sort of really stepped sort of out front. We've even got guitar leads these days. It's fucking
yeah,
crazy.
what's going on? Yeah.
Which is awesome. Like, I mean, Squiz and Ari complement each other like really, really well. Like, Ari's predominant sort of songwriter. So he does a lot of the grunt work, and Squiz is runs his own sort of studio, the Crap Shack.
Mm.
So he was very involved, I guess, in the production of things. Once we got all the tracks down, then putting like the extra little bits and to color it in, sort of thing. Yeah, so it's great. Like, listening back, I love it. Like, you tend to get a bit of distance from it after you've recorded it. Like,
Mm.
I mean, we go back now to sort of start of the year sort of thing. And yeah, just listening back now myself, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's great.
Yeah, yeah, good. Like, because I love the fact, look, that you've got. Because for me, when I read the title, "A Young Person's Guide to King Parrot," it was almost felt like you were saying, "Okay, you've never heard this before. This is what we sound like." Like,
Yeah,
like it was almost like, not like a best of, but this is us in a
yeah.
package.
Well, that's
You're
the thing.
gonna.
We were fucking old when we first started. I mean, now we're just fucking older, so we do need to educate.
Yeah. I love Punish the Runt. There's another good one.
Yep.
Again, so nowhere else on the planet, right, would have a band quite like King Parrot. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really mean that. I mean, you get all these bands around the world, like English bands and American bands, but no one does it quite like us. And
Yeah.
you guys, and I'm English. I'm saying that, right? You
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
you guys, just every time I've seen you, the audience is whipped into a frenzy.
Yeah. 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 We don't really let them do anything else.
Whipped into a frenzy. There is no time to go and say, "I'll just go and get a quick drink at the bar, be back." You haven't got a moment.
You'll get called out.
Yeah, you will. Where's he going?
I mean, yeah, like, I think like that's one of the. I mean, I love it. I think our live shows are great. I say that personally because I have such a fucking great time. Like, I think every member of the band is fucking hilarious to me. So I'm always having a laugh on stage, and like, but it's our shows happened organically, and where it's pretty earnest, I suppose. Like, yeah, which I think is what makes we don't try and be anything other than what we are, really.
Well, that's right. I mean, at the nuts and bolts of it, you're a genuine, just a genuine rock and roll band. I mean, we looked at but deep inside your souls, you're just playing good old fashioned rock and roll, but
Yeah,
in an extreme way, right?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had someone message me the other day saying they're listening to King Parrot, and they could hear, you know, Brian, like from AC/DC, in Youngie's voice. Like, I was like, really? And then I went back and listened. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's there.
Of
Yeah.
course it is. Yeah, of course it is. It's in your DNA, mate. It's in the
Yeah,
beer that you drink and the air that you breathe, right? It is.
exactly. Right.
I mean, you can't get away from it over here. And I think that what I love about bands like yourself is that you don't. You're not going, oh no, distance ourselves. We're going to be international acts and be you are who
Yeah,
you are, right?
exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah.
no one can say that Youngie doesn't throw himself around a bit, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know how you survive it sometimes. When I saw you that time in Soundwave, there was a point where it was a 40-degree day. It was out middle of the day you were playing, and I thought, how are you
Mate,
the
you know,
energy?
I actually I remember that specifically because we did all the Soundwave shows and again being very DIY. I mean, like we finished the Sydney show and then proceeded to drive to Brisbane to play
Mm.
the next day instead of flying. But I think I'd probably been on the piss as well. But like get sweating my ass off on stage and then getting in this car. About halfway there, I just started cramping up. No matter what I did, like I'd move an arm, and like another cramp would kick off. Like I just screamed at the driver to pull over, so I'd like get
Oh
out.
my
Like,
God. You're popping the
so yeah,
salt
it's the
tablets in.
dehydration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just fascinated. Love to be a fly on the wall in those American audiences. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just it. Yeah,
yeah.
there must.
Like honestly, again, like it's just like we still take the piss out of everyone. And again, like that, I think there's definitely a lot of open mouths like going, "What the fuck?"
But
But
yeah.
yeah, the energy's there. That's I think that like again, it's a universal language, like the way we throw ourselves around that sort of shit.
Oh yeah, man. I was looking at the dates in like New York. I mean, wow, playing New York.
Yeah,
That must be a dream. I mean, you've probably done it before now. You've been through so many times, but New York must
yeah.
be a dream, man.
But yeah, like well, yeah. I mean, for me,
Mm,
years ago, I lived there for a little while, so it's always good to go back and be able to play there. But then there's like a few places that I think all of us love going to, and now like Austin is always so much fun to go and play, and
yeah.
New Orleans is a favorite
Oh,
of
I'd
ours.
love to do that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like, and I mean, excited about obviously very excited about continuing to play shows with Pantera, but that New York one is actually with Acid Bath and Pentagram,
I know,
which
I read
is
that and I was like, oh, what a
fucking
great
awesome.
lineup. I mean, I know
Yeah,
Pentagram
yeah,
are coming here very soon, but what a
yeah.
lineup that would have been.
I know. Yeah, well, I mean, Acid Bath are killing it. They're obviously just gotten back together or whatever, and
Yeah.
every show they've been doing is like a red. It was amazing, and they're all sold out. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I think this is
Brilliant.
actually the second show for them in New York. They added another one after selling out the first one straight away, pretty much.
But still, play with Pantera, mate. I mean, that must have been like you got to pinch yourself, haven't you?
Well,
Like,
yeah, like that's it. Like so having a conversation with someone else, earlier, like, you know, walking out on stage, do you pinch yourself? Like, I think we're all business and been doing this for so long and we've been lucky enough to play big stages before.
mm,
Think about it at that point, you're walking out to do what we know and what we love to do. But then it's moments like after that, and you're maybe sitting out in the crowd or whatever, and then Pantera come on stage and Phil's wearing a King Parrot t-shirt, and you're like, oh, that's
yes.
the moment. Like, oh fuck, how did this happen?
But isn't that wonderful? Like, what I love again about King Parrot is that you can go from being small clubs, like really intimate. Like I've seen
Yep.
you here in Canberra in the basement so many times, right? Intimate, powerful, in like just a sweaty mess of people. And then you go to a big stadium and still get that same respect, the same kind of feel from
Yeah,
those
yeah,
people
yeah.
out there. It's crazy.
And again, I think it's through the work ethic. Like,
Mm.
we've done everything, so now we kind of I feel it. I think we know how to fill up a stage, no matter where it is, sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's
Not just
honestly,
about girth.
and it's also honesty as well, right? I mean, you just
Yeah,
honest goodness, Aussie blokes, and there's
yeah,
nothing
yeah,
bloody wrong with that, right? And I think, oh no, not at all. I think we're sometimes a bit of an endangered species,
yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah. And I mean,
but
also in different era, like heavy metal, like has so many subgenres or
oh,
whatever, and some people hold on to their areas, but like there's room like to take the piss out of yourself as well, which is what
oh
we've
God, yeah.
the area that we've often taken up. Like, our music's quite fucking extreme and hardcore, but like yeah, our attitudes are like yeah, get fucked.
Well, that's what but that's what I love about the juxtaposition of your stuff. You put it on and it's
Yeah,
extreme, right? It's,
yeah,
blow your head off kind of extremity, but at the same time, you're going, fuck you and the horse you rode in on, or you go,
yeah,
shouldn't you liver, or, like, you manage to punish us, musically, but then make us
yeah.
smile and laugh.
Yeah, exactly. I love that aspect. Like again, it's like the music that we love writing and performing, but also our personalities coming through as well. It's great.
Yeah, yeah, and it does, it shines through, mate. You guys,
Yeah,
all of you. I don't. Not one of you looks like they're going. Oh, I wish I wasn't here and doing something. I wish I
yeah,
was playing.
yeah.
I wish I was
No
playing
room for two
jazz.
gazers.
Yeah, shoegazers. I can't stand that stuff. I don't
Yeah,
mind it.
well, you
Look,
won't find it
I don't mind it. It has its place, But if I turn up at
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, if I turn up at King Parrot concert and you're suddenly doing this, I mean, what has gone on? Are
yeah.
they? What have they taken?
Yeah.
What's go-
I think if I was in a wheelchair, I'd still be wheeling myself around.
Yeah, of course you would, mate. You'd have probably have fireworks coming out the back out of it somewhere,
Yeah.
and beer on like beer taps.
That's it, for sure.
Oh, look, I haven't heard the full album yet. I can't wait for tomorrow. I've only heard the bits and pieces that have been released from it, so I'm really
Yeah, yeah,
excited. I'm really excited to hear it because I get, with being my job, I get to hear things in advance a lot.
yeah.
Weeks and weeks and weeks, and I deliberately try to stay away from this one just so I can hear bits and pieces
Awesome.
enough,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then come to it tomorrow and go, fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope you enjoy it. I think, like, as I said, I think we're all really, really happy with it. Like, it seems to all like flow together really well, and we've had really positive feedback. So, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That said, I feel like, again, the best thing to do is enjoy something yourself, and
yeah.
that will translate to people who
Oh
listen
God,
to it.
yes, yeah. You must love
So,
your
yeah,
job.
if people don't like it, they can fuck off.
Do you know what? Yeah, do you know? Oh God, I love you for that saying that. We should have on a t-shirt because the amount of people that just go, "Oh, but they've said something negative." It's all in energy, man. If they want to say it, they want to
Exactly.
say it. That's up to them. Their business.
That's
Just
it.
don't have
Yeah.
to. You don't have to listen to it.
Yeah. I'm not going to hold you down. It's fine.
No, exactly. For one bad one, you get 10 great ones. So it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know. Plus, also, I always say this, Wayne, man, they're not the ones playing the music.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not the
that's it.
ones. They're not the ones that have put their life. You could easily be, whatever you want to do in your
It
life.
is very much, it's hard in your sleeve sort of stuff, like it's, as much as we don't take ourselves too seriously. I mean, it is something that we work really hard to
Oh
create,
God, yes.
yeah, like put it out there. But again, I think that attitude, it just gives us confidence, and we wouldn't put shit out that we weren't happy with. That's for sure.
Mate. It takes skill and perspicacity. I can't even say it. Perspicacity to be
Yeah, that
able
one.
to.
Yeah,
That's that
thanks,
one.
that.
That clear
Thanks heaps of
stuff.
that.
That clear stuff. Um, it takes those two words to create a sound and be as brave to go. This is the sound we're making, but in front of it, we're going to act like we're going to like Tom Falls right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, 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 exactly.
It takes a lot of
Yeah,
nerve. It takes a lot of
yeah.
nerve.
And we'll continue to do it until we can't do it anymore. And I think it's still a ways off.
Hooray for it, mate. The more the
Yeah.
better. So, album comes out tomorrow. I think it's, as I said, The Young Person's Guide to King Parrot. Brilliant album. Brilliant title. I just
So
love it.
parents, show your kids. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Show your kids, parents. It's only a mild coarse language.
Yeah. You can't understand it anyway, it's
No,
fine.
you can't. Just highlight out the names on the album cover so they can't see the words. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a
No,
horse.
cheers, Tony.
It's a horsey song.
Cool, man.
All right. Thanks for chatting, mate. I really
No
appreciate
worries,
it.
Tony. Great time. Cheers.
Yeah, and good luck with the tour.
Thanks very much.
Mate,
Appreciate
don't.
it.
I hope you get out the other side in one piece because it sounds like
Yeah.
a real challenge.
Literally, is always a risk. But cheers, mate. Thanks.
No worries, man. Bye for now.
Catch you later.